Hello everyone, welcome to the fourth studio tutorial. This time we're going to be talking about submodels. If you have a large group of bricks that you need to incorporate into your build or have multiple of them, or maybe you have small parts that need to be replicated, you're going to be wanting to use submodels because it's going to make designing so much easier for you. This is a model I'm currently working on of Winterfell. As I move the mouse around, you can see that different sections have a box around them. What I've done is made all these different sections into submodels, which helps me to organize the model, and if I need to pull a section out by itself and edit it, it will make it much easier to do so. Here's another example of a design I'm working on currently that uses submodels quite a bit. You can see on the two sides these are submodels, and then in the middle is a great big submodel, and if we go inside of that, there's submodels within the submodel. If you look on all this side, you can see submodel after submodel after submodel. So I've compartmentalize this design to make it much easier to organize the whole thing. So I use submodels a lot in my designs. Now that you've seen how useful they can be, I'm going to show you how to create them. We'll grab some bricks out and select those bricks, and in the bottom right hand corner of the viewport here we have a text button that says Create into submodel. So you can name it whatever you'd wish. I'm just going to leave it for now. So we have our submodel. Now if we want to clone that or copy and paste it to make multiples, it's just like doing the same thing with a single brick. So we'll click clone, and we can make many of those, or use copy and paste. And I've mentioned before in my videos about using copy and paste. If you have a particularly large submodel, it's going to occupy a lot of memory. So your best bet is probably to do copy and paste rather than cloning with something like that, because it's going to cause significant lag on your machine. To create a submodel within a submodel, it's simply a matter of selecting the submodels that you want to put into that submodel and create another submodel. You can link submodels in Studio, and this is going to allow the changes to be affected across all the same type of submodel. So right now, because these were copied from each other, they're already going to be linked. So if I go into one, it's going to ask me if I want to unlink the submodels or if I want to edit them all. If we choose the edit all option and change the color of this brick and return to the main model, you'll see that it has changed both submodels. Sometimes you don't want that to happen. You want subtle differences between your submodels, or something's going to be changed significantly between the two. So in that case, you're going to unlink from submodel. And now if we go to edit this, the changes don't apply to our first submodel. If you have two submodels that you want to link together, they have to be identical. If they're not identical and you click on the link submodel text, it's going to come up with an error. If they are identical, we'll edit this one again to make it the same as the first. And you link the submodels. Now, again, if you make changes in one, it's going to affect the other one. If you do a lot of things like plane wings or structures that have a mirror side, you can use your submodels to copy and mirror each other. And this has been a real time saver for me because lately I've been doing a lot of planes. So again, in the bottom right hand corner, we click copy and mirror, and voila, it mirrors the bricks for us. Even if you have submodels within that submodel, it's going to mirror everything inside of it, which is really helpful. We'll go back to this model so I can talk about editing submodels a little deeper. We will click on this side, and if we click edit, you can see that we can edit this model and we still have a shadow of the larger model around us. This can be good because you might want to see the bricks on the outside of the model just in case you're going to be adding bricks that cause a collision. One problem with this is that it takes up a lot of memory to do that, and there seems to be a bit of a memory leak in Studio concerning submodels and using them this way. Another way to get to that section is simply to double click on a particular area in the submodel. You can go into any part of it, but if you double click, it will bring you right to the brick that you had double clicked on. So if you wanted to select a certain brick, this would be the easiest way to do it. Typically, how I edit a submodel is going to the step list and finding the submodel in that list and selecting it from there. So we're going to go look for submodel group 7 right here. Now that that's loaded, you can see it doesn't have the shadow all around it, so it doesn't take up nearly as much memory as it would have if we had gone in through the edit screen. This seems to get rid of all of the memory lag issues with submodels, so this is a good workaround for that. From here we can edit inside our submodels as we normally do. So again, double clicking to bring us in or pressing the edit button. And if we click return to main model, it's going to bring us to our submodel. And from here, if we click return to main model, it's going to bring us to the large model again. If we go in and edit it from this point, and then we go to edit our smaller submodel, we can see here that it says return to upper model, and that's going to bring us to our submodel. And then again, we click return to main model and it'll bring us to our larger model. When you're making instructions and you have submodels, those submodels will be built separately from the main model. Just like in Lego instructions where you have separate pieces that you have to build and then attach to the main model. I will get into that a bit deeper when I talk about instructions, which is what I will be doing next time. So I hope you have found this useful, and I hope you tune in next time for another studio tutorial. Thanks so much. Have a fantastic day. Keep dreaming of bricks. Bye-bye.